All right, guys, so today we're going to look at the negative exponent rule. So you cannot have a negative exponent. If you do have a negative exponent and it's in the numerator or the top of your fraction, you've got to move it down to the denominator or the bottom of your fraction. And then vice versa. If it's in the bottom of your fraction, you have to move it to the top because you can never have negative exponents. So if you look at number 1, I got negative 18a squared b to the negative 3. One thing that I want to make sure that you realize is you can have a negative number. That negative 18 is fine just how it is. So I'm just going to rewrite the negative 18. The a has an exponent of 2 and it's a positive 2, so I'm going to leave that alone as well. The b, though, has a negative 3, and I need to make a fraction because right now our fraction is like over 1, and they don't have to write that 1. So we have a fraction, and we got to bring that b to the third down. When you move it down, it turns positive, okay? So just make sure anytime you move the negatives, exponents, that when you're done moving them, they are now positive. If I look at the second one, we have 2n to the negative 2 over 3p to the negative 3. The 2 and the 3 are going to stay just how they are. Now, if they were numbers where you could simplify them, you would want to simplify them. Remember, fractions are division, so you would divide whatever those were, but 2 divided by 3 just is going to stay. P to the negative 3 needs to come to the top because it was in the bottom, and when I move it, it becomes positive. And then the n has to come to the bottom because it was in the top. And then the very last one, so we have a couple different things that we need to move. The 4 and the negative 3 can stay. My a can stay because it has a 1 as the exponent. B needs to move down. So when I move it, it needs to become positive. And then C needs to move up because it was in the denominator. So now it's in the numerator and it is positive because I moved it. Okay? So anytime you have negatives, make sure that you move them either up or down so that they can become positive. There are some extra practice problems, so I would look at those, see if you can get the answers